I thought I was doing everything right. I was eating clean and I sweated through the workout. I even tried to get enough sleep. But my body, especially the inches piling around my waist, it was more than frustrating to say the least. And I stood in front of the mirror poking at my midsection and thought, this is just a new reality of being over 40. A body that refuses to cooperate. But then, you know what? I stumbled onto something that honestly changed everything. I discovered that the reason my body was being so stubborn had nothing to do with how hard I was trying and everything to do with my hormones. I realized that for years I had been working so much against my body instead of working with it. And once I flipped that, everything changed almost immediately. And I'm going to share with you exact hormone-friendly steps that I took to lose 3 inches of my waist in just 30 days. And the best part, I did it without starving myself of spending endless hours at the gym. So this is not another diet. It's just about understanding the new rules that your body plays by after 40. The eat less, the move more, it actually failed me. So can we just be real for a second? If you are over 40 and you've probably noticed that the old tricks just don't work anymore, that eating less advice that worked like a charm when we were 20s and in our 30s, yeah, now that's a recipe for your disaster. I am a living proof. My days look like perfect. It's a perfect picture of what I thought healthy was. I started with a low-fat yogurt and a few berries for breakfast. Lunch was like a huge salad with grilled chicken, but I skipped the dressing because I knew the calories. Then I would spend like an hour pushing myself on the treadmill almost every single day, convinced that it's going to burn enough calories and the fat would eventually melt away. But you know what? It didn't. Instead, I was just exhausted, I was moody, and I had so much sugar craving, and my waistline was getting thicker. I felt like some kind of cruel joke. Here I was putting on all this effort and my body was actively working against me, storing fat where I didn't even want it to. That's my stomach. You know that feeling? That was my life. And you know what? It turns out I wasn't lazy. I was just following outdated advice. And so the whole landscape of our bodies changes dramatically during perimenopause and menopause. What we need isn't more effort. It's a whole new strategy. So let me share with you my aha moment. My big breakthrough came from a place of desperation. It was pure desperation. I started digging deeper, reading everything I could, getting onto the internet, not about weight loss, but about how a woman's body actually works after 40. And that's when all the light bulbs went on. 3 words kept coming up over and over, and that was the cortisol, insulin, and estrogen. I realized that it wasn't about fighting fat. I was fighting a hormonal storm that was raging deep inside my body. And this is what I discovered about cortisol. It's your stress hormone. And so after 40, your body gets more and more sensitive to stress. The fat cells in your abdomen have more cortisol receptors than anywhere else in our bodies. All that cardio I was doing, it was just dumping more stress on my system, telling my body to keep holding on to that belly fat for my dear life. Then there's the insulin resistance. Remember those carb cravings and 3 p.m. energy crashes? Those are classic signs. That healthy low-fat diet was actually eating me secretly, full of sugar and no protein. And so it was just like a roller coaster, making everything really work. And then, of course, there's estrogen. As we head into perimenopause, estrogen fluctuates up and down before it declines. This imbalance can actually cause direct weight gain and bloating. And so it's a vicious cycle. Fat cells produce and store estrogen. So the hormonal imbalance, it leads to more fat loss, which messes up with your hormones. And even more, it's not your fault. My body was just doing exactly what I was telling it to do. And this is what I did. I threw out all the rule book and I created a new one designed to work with my hormones and not against them. After I did all that research, there were 3 simple but powerful shifts that I made. And this is what I'm going to share with that. So number 1 was that I started eating more and stopped starving myself. Instead of being obsessed over calories, I started thinking about what my food was communicating to my hormone. And protein at the very least was my golden rule. 3 eggs and avocado every morning instead of yogurt and salmon drizzled with olive oil. Protein stabilizes your blood sugar and keeps your cravings away. So I embraced those healthy fats. For years, I was terrified of fat. But our hormones are literally made from fat and cholesterol. Avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, they are back in my life. That's very essential for inflammation. And then the other thing was fiber. It's actually my best friend right now. The third thing I did was to rest. It was the final and most important piece of the puzzle. You simply cannot out-train or out-diet high cortisol. If your stress is out of control, your body will cling on to the belly fat, period. So I came up with a sacred sleep schedule. It's a non-negotiable wind-down routine. Sleeping 7 to 9 hours, solid sleep every single night. And every 5 minutes, I had mindful breaks. I used to creep in some 5 minutes in between 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And so that calms the nervous system and tells it to lower the cortisol down. So managing my stress was a secret weapon. It actually calmed my hormonal storm and finally gave my body permission to lose weight. So if my story is hitting home for you, and if you're tired of doing everything right and getting nowhere, I need you to hear what I'm saying. Because it's not your fault. And there is much, much better way that you can do it. So I'd like you to grab my 3 free-day hormone reset meal plan. The link is below in the description. And if you're ready to stop fighting your body and finally start working with it, please subscribe. I share new videos every week that are simple, doable steps for women over 40 who want their energy back and feel incredible in their skin again. So losing 3 inches from my waist in just 30 days was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the real life-changing part was a feeling of freedom. The feeling of freedom from confusion, freedom from frustration. So this isn't about a quick fix. It's about nourishing your body, not restricting it, and building your strength and not burning yourself out. And basically, overall managing your stress and not powering through it. You absolutely have the power to change how you look and feel. So it just requires a new approach, one that honors the incredible changes that your body is going through. And you can do this. I'm here to help you, show you how to do it. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.